everybody? I'm here today to show you and tell you how to judge the width of your car. This will be an easy driving lesson, so let's get right into the video. When you're driving your vehicle, you need to know or learn how to estimate the width of your vehicle. It's not about knowing it down to the 1/4 of an inch, because I've seen people get really close when they're driving. They get really close to an obstruction, to an obstacle, to another car, and I know that they can't tell that they're not going to hit that vehicle for sure. It's about knowing within a relative decent amount of space the actual width of your car and what it is. I'm sorry, there is a really nice Porsche that just drove behind me. Sorry if I got distracted there. It looks crazy and I wish I could turn around and go see what it is, what kind of Porsche it is, but I'm filming, so hopefully I can buy a Porsche like that one day. So let's continue with the video. Now, it is hard to judge the width of your vehicle up close. So I'm going to turn the camera around. If you look here, it's hard for me to judge where my vehicle is looking here. Because if you look, that curb looks like it's intersecting with the middle of my vehicle. So it looks like I'm almost saddling the curb over there. And I'm not, right? So it's hard to judge. And if I look right here, it's hard for me to see where my vehicle is if I look directly in front. So what we need to do is we need to actually look further ahead and bring those perspective lines down to us. So for instance, take this center line right here, the center yellow line. See it up there? Follow it all the way back, and I can already tell from about here where my vehicle is relative to the line. So by looking far ahead, I'm able to see, using the center line, where my vehicle is relative to the center line, because I can, if I use my finger, already from here to here, I know that the line continues like this, okay? Look at that. So look. I already know that it continues like that. So looking ahead is the first factor, and I'll do the same thing with the curb over here. If you look right here, it looks like it's intersecting with my bumper. But if I take my finger and I take that curb line and I bring it back like this, I know already that it goes beside the car a decent amount. I'm basically right beside the curb. I would say I'm about a foot away from the curb, okay? And I can tell that by looking further ahead, not by looking up close. So the first factor is looking further ahead. The second factor that you will use are your side mirrors. That's because your side mirrors actually show you the sides of your car. So you can continue those lines that we just started behind your car. And I can see with my side mirror where the side of my car is relative to the line right there. And I remember where that line was coming from up there, okay? And then I can also look out my window and see how far away I am like that. Same thing with the passenger side. My side mirror shows me the side of my vehicle and then the curb right there. And you can see that gap right there is about a foot, give or take. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to use those imaginary lines to build your judgment. Okay. Essentially, nobody is born knowing how to judge the width of a vehicle, not that I know of at least. And nobody gets it after only driving for an hour. What happens is, you build your driving estimation skills. And I'm only leaning forward like this because if I go like this, I'm in the shadows. So just don't worry why I'm leaning forward. It's a weird position. I know it looks like it, but I'm doing what I got to do. Okay. So essentially, when you look at those lines and you bring them towards your car, and then you use your mirrors to bring them back behind your car, you're building your estimation for what the width of your car is. Now, here's what I recommend that you do. Go to an empty parking lot and use those lines in the empty parking lot to build your estimation skills. Figure out where your car is relative to the lines. Figure out when you park your car, because it's an empty parking lot, so just park it in a few spaces. When you park your car, where did your parked car end up relative to the lines? Did it end up centered like you wanted it to? Are you too close to the right? Are you too close to the left? That all has to do with estimating the width and the turning radius of your vehicle. So when you're learning to judge the width of your car, what you need to do, look in the distance, take those perspective lines, bring them back all the way to where your car is, and extend them back even further behind your car. Use your perspective lines and your side mirrors to build that judgment. Eventually, you won't need to do that. Eventually, you're just going to be driving and you're going to know what the width of your car is. You're going to know if you can make that, if you can make that gap or not. If you're trying to, go between these two objects, you're going to know if your car is too wide or not wide enough. or can fit. No, not that it's not wide enough. Or if it can fit. You're going to know if your car's too far to the right, too far to the left, or perfectly centered. That comes with practice. That's it. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.